Alright lads, so here we are with another F1 2014 gameplay. Today we'll be driving as Sebastian Vettel in a Red Bull around the Hockenheim circuit. So today we'll be in Cockpit cam, and that should make for a pretty interesting race. I know you guys have been calling for that to be happening, so I thought I'd do it today in this video. Also a quick update on the F1 2014 modded career mode. The finale of that series will be out soon. I'm still waiting on YouTube's response in regards to my copyright dispute, but as soon as that is sorted, I'll let you guys know ASAP. I really want to get that finale out so you guys can see the final result of the career mode series. But either way, we're going to be starting this race in last place. That's why we're skipping to the race, not doing qualifying. And this is also going to be the first time I do this track in about 2 years, so it's going to be very interesting. Let's go to the race. Alright, so here we are in Hockenheim. As I said, I haven't driven this track in about 2 years, but this track is a lot better than the Nürburgring in terms of overtaking, so we'll see how we go as we head into turn 1 now. And as you can see, the mirrors are pretty bad for vision, so if you're going side by side with someone, that could cause some issues, or even maybe spotting some corners around the track. But either way, we've got up into 18th place as we exit turn 1 now, coming down this slight hill into turn 2 now, and into 13th place we go, going side by side there with the Lotus and Sergio Perez. We're up into 11th place now as we lose the back end there, and so far Cockpit cam isn't hurting us too much. So we can see Jensen Button braking early there, had to avoid to the outside there. Luckily I was paying attention, and we move up into 10th. We're going to pass a few more cars into the hairpin. AI braking early on this first lap as they get held up by each other pretty much. So halfway through this first lap so far, already up in 8th place. Cutting to the very next lap, we can see we're on the slipstream of Felipe Massa. He's getting held up slightly by Kevin Magnussen, and that allows us to have an opportunity to pounce into P7, losing the rear end on traction. That's still an issue for me after getting, what, 10, maybe 15 hours on this game. The rear traction is still an issue for me, and that's a good thing because it just shows that this game is slightly more difficult than the 2013 game. That's something you guys will definitely notice as soon as you pick up this game, that the traction is simply not there in comparison to 2013. That's if you're running no assist though. But either way, lap 5, we're actually going purple as we pass Fernando Alonso on the DRS straight there into P5. And I believe here on lap 7 we'll be coming in for our very first pit stop, going onto the prime tyres. I think it's the medium tyres, the white wall tyres. We'll have to wait and see on that one. But as we come into the pits now, slowing down for our marks now, putting on the prime tyres. It looks like we've got a few other cars coming into the pits as well. So scheduled lap time here for the AI. And it's actually the yellow wall tyres, so that's my mistake there. So we do have the softer prime tyre to use in this race. So that's going to make things a little bit nicer for me in terms of career mode. I always prefer the softer compound tyres in comparison to the hard tyres and the medium tyres. I always like it when there's more grip. It definitely makes things more interesting. But now we cut to lap 8. We can see that we've caught up to the back of Esteban Gutierrez in his Sauber. He hasn't made his stop yet, so I believe he'll be coming in at the end of this lap. We've only had pretty much half the field stop in for their first stop, and now Gutierrez is pulling into the pits now. So we can see a few more cars in the pits here. We'll see as we come through turn 1 what our effective position is going to be. It should be P5. Just like we were before we made our first stop, and now we'll push on for another lap. As you can see here on lap 10, this will probably be our fastest lap of the Grand Prix. So what I've decided to do here is let you guys enjoy the lap without any commentary, so enjoy the game sounds.
Watch out for the car behind. He's only 2 seconds down on you. You might try and overtake if you make a mistake.
so with that hot lap, we set a 117.9, and now we're a lot closer to the back of Nico Hülkenberg. As we cut to lap 12, we can see we're in the DRS range of Hülkenberg, and we'll try and pass him very soon, maybe up the inside coming into this hairpin section, and he's getting held up slightly by Ricciardo. That allows us to go up the inside and into P4. Next up is our teammate Daniel Ricciardo, so we'll try and catch him as soon as we can. We might even try and pass him coming into this 90-degree left-hand corner, and we go up the inside. Daniel leaves us the room, but we lose the rear end there, so that's just sort of hampered our run there. It didn't prevent the move from progressing any further, so we'll have to wait until the next lap. We've got DRS once again on Daniel, he looks like he's saving, or he's harvesting his ERS, and that's very terrible timing there. Harvesting your ERS on the straight is going to lose you a lot of time, especially on a car that has DRS on the back of you. So there we go, into the podium positions now, and as you can see on the penultimate lap, we've lost the rear end quite massively there, like 2 or 3 times. Now Daniel is going to have a massive run on us here on this massive DRS straight. He might go around the outside of us here. We're going to put it up into fast just to defend from Daniel, and we're going wheel to wheel here on this curved back straight. We'll try and hold around the outside now into the hairpin, try and outbrake him, go around the outside, but the traction isn't quite there, and Daniel gets a much better run off the exit of the corner. We can see Bottas is flying at this stage of the race, 4/10ths better than our previous best, but we're in the slipstream once again. We might try and go up the inside. No, he moves to block that move, so we'll have to stay behind for now. So there's only one more lap to go. We'll have to try and pass him, maybe with the DRS on the very next lap. We've just managed to stay with him. The gap is 8/10ths, so we were getting dangerously close to losing DRS there, but I think we might be able to catch up to the back of him here, using up all the revs in the engine, all 15,000 RPM, going up the inside into the hairpin, locking the front inside tyre, and we just get the move done. Got the car pulled up and into the podium positions now, so there's only a few more corners left to go in this race. We can see that the Mercedes cars are absolutely nowhere to be seen. I think they're about 15 seconds up the road, so as you can see, just like in real life, the Mercedes are very much in a class of their own in the game as well, so it's going to make things interesting for career mode, depending on what team I'm with. It's definitely not going to be easy to win races, let alone score podiums, but here we go, coming through the final sector. Now we can see the tyre wear is starting to become a factor in this race. Only a 25% race around Hockenheim, not the most biggest tracks in terms of tyre wear, but still, it was enough to sort of bring the field back to us at the latter stages of this race. But coming across the line, we've got another podium on this game, driving at Sebastian Vettel at his home race. Fairly good result there in the end. Make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed the video as well. I'll be looking to do another 100% race in the coming days, depending on what you guys think about that. So there we go, Germany. First time I've driven this track in about 2 years, so I was pretty happy with that to get a podium pretty much straight off the bat with no practice. But that's been this video for today. If there's any other tracks that I haven't done on this game, then let me know down in the comments. I'll try and get to those as soon as I can. And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to see more F1 2014 videos in the future. But until my next video, guys, I'll see you next time.